I don't really know how to encrypt the intro into a video though.
You what?
Like me driving here and stuff, I'm not really good for the rest of this.
That'll be a little bit. Ahoy there, YouTube! I got Seth hanging over here. Seth's Budget Builds. I'll link his channel in the description. We are doing a 4A swap on this car over here. You guys have probably never seen this car on my channel before, and that's because it's never been on my channel before. But this is Seth's car he got for, what, 150 bucks? 250 bucks. It was a different color when he initially got it. More or less what had happened is the car was abandoned in an apartment complex, and it was going to end up in the scrapyard. It was in Tennessee, correct? Kentucky?
I got it from Kentucky.
Kentucky?
Originally from North Carolina.
Okay. So, yep, Carolina Toyota right there. Hendersonville, North Carolina. But anyway, after Cletus and Cars a couple years ago, he drove down there and scooped it up and dragged her home and has been slowly bringing her back to life over the years. Gave her a nice pretty coat of gray paint over here, tinted the windows. He's done a whole lot of stuff to it, but he's got a bunch of videos on it if you want to check it out. He's got the HRG off-road lift kit on the front end, and in the rear you got air shocks, right? So he's just got the MA700 air shocks in the back. But the reason he came down here is it is New Year's weekend, and we're going to be pulling this 3A out here and throwing that 4A in over there. So this engine is obviously a stock Toyota Tercel engine. They make about 62 horsepower, which is reasonable enough for these cars, but modern day speeds of highways and things like that and all the weight and stuff like that, they tend to be a little bit doggish. So this engine's out of a Chevy Nova, and it has about 12 more horsepower from the factory alone, and he's punched it over, what, 20 over, 40 over? 20 over, so it's got oversized pistons and everything in it. Then we got this cylinder head over here, which is all fancy. It's all polished. It's been decked down a couple thousands. Port match for the intake and the exhaust manifold and all sorts of fun stuff. So this weekend we're going to be yanking this one out, putting this one together, slapping her back in here, and hopefully hitting some trails with it to get the engine broken, because it'll be the fun way to do it. So, well, I guess let's just go ahead and start ripping shit apart, I guess. I don't know what else there really is to do.
Nope. Red box.
Off over here. You don't need that one. These sides. Once we pick it up, we'll have to pick it up and then pull the crap right out.
So heavy.
I can't.
Weighs like 3 pounds in your hands.
Over the center. Okay, well, a little bit of an update time. We got more or less everything out. The radiator's out, starter's out, so the coolant hoses. We got the carburetor off. We got the distributor out. And I think really that's about all that's left to do, other than we got 2 Trinity crossmember bolts and then the engine mount bolts, and then whoop, out she comes. So time for some power upgrades. All the power. More power, baby. More power, baby. Real mechanic stuff. Yeah. I don't know if you've heard of this small YouTube channel called Donut Media, but that's what that quote's from. They've only got like, what, 8 million subscribers? Or yeah, they're pretty small. Yeah, peasant rookie numbers. You gotta get those numbers up.
I have to, but I have to look it up.
But the body itself, which is what I was more concerned about, was the shape.
Yeah. Yeah, the blazer I got.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's pretty mad.
I had one that's that exact same color.
Well, it's from Washington, why it's so clean.
We had, I had a couple that I got from my stepdad.
Okay.
I had a 90. I was like, you sure?
Bro, you're like, my shoulder hurts. And I was like, I'm so stupid.
Yeah, that's before I had shoulder surgery. My shoulder was all banged up. It's still banged up.
I don't know, man. This job.
I can't really cry or bang on anything.
It is so much easier lighting that up than you. That's how I did my. That's how I did my engine before.
Keep checking
my
this.
hand and
Make sure there's
Oh,
nothing
really?
back. I was gonna be tipping kind of funny because we don't have the
not this car specific.
oxygen sensor unhooked. I didn't really do that anyway, so. Fishing out with a lever.
Luke still has that wideband to put on his car.
Yeah, I took it on the Dakar Rally car.
Yep.
The way I can tune it.
I was like, I got this wideband I don't use anymore. You want to buy it too?
I gave it $100 for it or $125, something cheap for it.
I have $100, yeah.
I was like,
That's
that's worth it.
so oily already.
Well, it looks like your crank seal's leaking.
It shouldn't be. It's brand new.
Doesn't mean it's not leaking. It's got a groove in it.
I put a brand new rear end seal into my truck. It just pulls clamps.
All good.
I put a brand
You wanna go ahead and pull her back?
Sure.
We'll go ahead and throw her in the scrap bin outside.
You're leaving
No.
Oh, we're leaking oil out of the
on the clutch.
distributor.
You planning on reusing that clutch?
Well, she's oily now. We'll brake clean it. Grinder and paint will make her the cleaner she ain't. Wait, that's not how that works.
Wood stove's a little toast.
Yeah, I'll open the garage door again.
Just put my butt on it. I guess in a technical sense, they're kind of ahead of their time.
Yeah.
Nice and dirty.
We get rid of it anyway.
So I do. It's coming out. I just filled it up before I left.
Yeah, it's a little change. I got all new gaskets before I done it. You want a whole seal?
That is dirty.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, if it does run really rich, there's probably a bunch of fuel in it. I didn't want to rejet it because I knew it was putting 4A in it.
Yep.
That's why it sounds like it's got a cam on its idle.
This is a 3A, right?
Yeah.
Well, here's where we're at right now. We got this old turd dangling right here. Got the new one, all oil pan, bolt and torqued. Turd dangling. Yeah, she's well, upper decker. We call these upper deckers. Like when you drop it.
Jokes he's talking about.
Well, I don't think about it when I say stuff. I just say words. Stop making fun of me, guys. You're gonna make me cry. Well, anyway, as they're done making fun of me now for saying words, we're about ready to go ahead and get all these accessory brackets swapped over. Actually, we're going to use the new accessory brackets. We got to pull the clutch, the flywheel off here, a couple of little odds and ends and swap them over to here. And then after that, we'll go ahead and take this, dump it in, probably slap the head on after it's already bolted down, and then we'll be good to go. All in all, it's going pretty well, other than this exhaust manifold bolt that broke right here.
I
But
got seriously mad one time.
yeah, Seth only said a lot of naughty words that we can't put on YouTube, so we're going to have to edit that part out because he's a bad kid. Naughty. No.
You're gonna get demonetized.
Yeah, it's true, actually, it will.
That'd be really cool. Then if you have any problems with it yourself, it's not as big of a deal.
Yeah. I don't know what engine, if that was the engine that you scrapped that we got free with that car in Ohio, if that's from this engine from Wisconsin right here, if it's one of these two. But I think that one over there, that most recent one I pulled out, I pulled all the crank bolts out of because for some reason they're always gone or broken. And
I've yet to scrap that engine. It's still sitting on there.
is it? Yeah, that's why I told him to open the door. So I was like, yeah.
Yeah, you tell them that clip.
For me to know and not for you're like, I think I can.
But that's what I said. I'm like, do you want to come get him? He drove. He's from West Virginia. He was working in Indiana. And he drove.
Exactly.
Putting in the strap.
Just selling parts. That engine would have blown up on my little work.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have made a difference.
I know. That's the part that's like, literally, we were like literally in Ohio, like maybe two hours from the house. I would have 100% thrown some money down on that because I was like, no, you didn't. And we got home, pulled the spark plug out, and it was just smashed together. And I was like, well, I'm glad I'm not a betting guy because I lost my ass on that one.
It is.
Yeah, wow.
Well, after we get the flywheel torqued down, we pretty much don't got anything left to do we?
Really?
Just drop it in now.
She would have took my quads, but my grandpa changed the locks on the trailer that they were stored in. Like, but it wasn't without. I noticed the last time I came here, speaking of driving fast, taking chances, when did they change it to 30?
I'm using this side because I got the silver handle.
We'll start a roll. Turn it down.
Sure.
Here's the braking.
Yeah, but it's so much easier with the cylinder head though. Because you can literally like guide it in. Well, here we are, got the engine all slapped together. Seth's getting it all torqued down. And we're realistically about done. That's Guten tight, right? That's the Guten tight torque spec. So yeah, we gotta do this. We gotta drop the cylinder head, throw the accessories on it. We're ready to rock and roll. It should be done in probably an hour, maybe 2 hours till we're running again. But
Yeah, we're going to get lunch.
well, yeah, we're gonna go get lunch. Then after that, we're gonna get it together. But it's really only about 2 more hours of work. We'll get her ripping tonight. Get her broke in. You ready? You excited?
Yeah.
Excited to experience all this horsepower?
I've been.
It's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing that we have to do this much work to gain like 20 horsepower when you could just...
You have a 20 horse in these.
And it's- yeah.
Another car.
Yeah, I know, but still, it's just funny. Like, I've talked to people about doing these engine swaps, and they're like, all that work for that much horsepower. I'm like, hey, well, because you can normally with other cars, you can throw like an intake and headers on like that, but they don't make nothing for these, so.
Super easy to swap. So.
Yeah, a couple bolts.
Two professionals.
Allegedly! All right, well, let's go get food. Yeah, there's a right up on the Tercel 4-wheel drive form where a guy did that.
Hey, that went on the right way.
Look at that, the holes match there.
And up here.
Holes match there. I 100% have put this gasket on upside down once before. Because, I mean, it looks like almost spot on
Only different.
like that. Like, pretty close. Not quite.
We'll tell you, it bolts up.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I know. Just consider the way I do, Well, here we are. Final touches time. Distributor, valve cover, some lines, set the timing belt.
Oh. Oh.
You're the one that put the hoses in the way. I'm just putting it in here. I may have other way to be really helpful. I want to pour it over the can.
I bought those older express vans. That's where I got my
You
first.
said that thing over here, Luke?
Yeah.
That's where I got my first 8-1. Was a extended passenger van. Fucking bit my hand.
Alright, is it time to try to...
I think so. We got to put some radiator fluid in it, but we can let it run for a second before we do that. We got the spark plugs in line. Let's say it's engine test time number 1. Let's see how this goes. You nervous? Oop, exhaust is not hooked up. We didn't
I'll
report
tell you
the-
what, though, fire up really quick.
Hey,
Yeah.
if it's not hooked up, it's fine.
It's just loud.
Yeah, it'll just be
It's
loud.
gonna be hard.
She's a little rich right now.
Yeah.
From cranking it.
So we're celebrating a successful fire up with the Mountain Dew Whiteout, courtesy of Alex. These are imported from presumably Iowa or maybe Minnesota. I don't know. He just went on a road trip for a car. I'm sure he'll have the video on his channel by the time this thing's out. So whiteouty. Okay, well, it's the following day. We ended up calling it a day after we got her running and dialed in last night. We finished with the last little bit of touches this morning. A couple little bolts, a couple little hardware things here and there, check fluids, stuff like that. So we're gonna go ahead and do the first cold start of her. Well, I guess not really first cold start, and it's not bad cold because it's probably 65 in the garage. But either way, we're gonna go ahead and fire her up, see how she runs. So, well, that time, I guess.
It's cold starting up. It was sitting in the garage all night.
Yeah. It got down to like 15 here, so.
Alright. See what happens. I'm not gonna pedal on this. Let's see what it does.
There's that starter again.
Hey, we tried to replace it. The new
Yeah,
one
we
was
did.
bad.
That's pretty good. What would you say? We go to the gas station, get some energy?
That's cool. That's so weird.
That's cool. Sit the sun and gas station time. All right, boys, first test drive. You ready? First drive.
assume it's still on choke, but it's not revving up real high. Yeah, I'll bump that idle up a bit.
I was going to the gas station that's that way. That one's a little better, and then it's closer to AutoZone too. Because then there's multiple AutoZones along the way.
Surge here. Oh, 15 degrees.
15 degrees, want me to kill it? Okay.
Sounds really smooth at 15 degrees.
Yeah, I think she's going to like that because you got a bit of port work and everything done to it, so.
Yeah, I want to save it at 15.
Yeah.
This engine's got some good compression, so.
Yeah, I'd say run a little more timing. You're going to like it. I'll pop this off. All right, so the first shakedown run was a little bit of a kaflop. Not really. The car was just a little low on power. So with these distributors, in order to line it up properly, there's the dot right there. And then there's the little pin right here, and there's a dot right there. We were trying to time it dot to dot when it's supposed to be dot to pin per the factory service manual. Right there, pin protrusion, pin protrusion. We were trying to do the little dot and then the little pin or protrusion, whatever their terminology is. We were getting it right, so we were constantly having timing issues. You're jumping belts, jumping this, jumping that.
And I kept dropping the distributor in at max advance.
Yeah, so dead center. So we think we're pretty good now. We're gonna go for a second test drive and see how she feels. So you ready?
Yep.
All right. If she runs good, we gotta put her in the ketchup. It's the rules. Oh, come on. You only got like a 7-hour drive home. What's the worst that happens? You got a spare motor right there to swap on the side of the highway.
Dude,
be a legend.
That would suck.
It would suck. Be so freaking cold.
Hey, call work. Hey, I'm not gonna be in line. I blew my new car up.
I blew my new car motor up. Sorry, I gotta swap it at Walmart parking lot.
That would blow.
All right, next test drive. Let's go.
Now you turn your blinker on.
Yeah, traditional.
Tahoe guys.
Yeah, Tahoe owners are the worst people.
Unreal. Really hope it's timed right. Mind you, it's got 15 degrees of poo gas though.
Yeah, it'll still
It
be
should-
good.
should be better.
I would personally run premium, but that's just me.
I probably will. In this,
It's not that
this
much
engine.
more. It gets a little bit more expensive, but it's not like to fill up a whole tank of gas. If it's $1 more a gallon, you're looking at $10. Like it's a lot, but it's not that much. You know what I mean? When gas is $6 a gallon, that's when it's like all right. But
What I'm curious to see is what this thing gets for mileage, because with it loaded on the way here, it was getting 30.
Yeah.
With the old engine. Well, I'm bogging it forth, and it's picking up speed. So
that's good. Fourth gear pull feels good.
Fibly shudder.
Feels pretty good. I obviously can't feel the difference, but because I'm not driving it, so I can't have a butt dyno. But keep going straight.
I didn't want to do 55 before.
Now we're getting 55 all day.
Barely touching the gas.
Sweet. Turn your headlights on if you could. Don't rub marker lights so we can really see the dash. There we go. And the secondary is good. Does it feel better? Feel quicker?
It does feel like it's got a little bit more pep. And it's holding speed up a hill.
Yeah.
I didn't even change the position of the gas pedal.
That's
I don't think we're going to gain a bunch of top end. It's going to be the torque.
Yeah,
that
which
we're
is
gonna
good.
gain.
Because when you turn your headlights on your blower motor, the car ain't bogging down.
Yeah.
That alone is worth
before,
it. Because
before when you turn your lights
Yeah.
on, turn the heat on, it would
Yeah,
drop
the
the
thing-
car like 200 RPM.
yeah, I know. And if you don't have your idle set just right with the Weber, you gotta like honestly like have it monkey too much. Like I found that when I have heat, my headlights on and my radio going, I gotta have my idle almost 1,000 RPMs in the summertime with nothing on, because in the wintertime it'll be like 6 with all my accessories on, which is a little bit ridiculous.
That's 3/4 throttle.
Floor it.
Doesn't feel like it's doing anything.
Yeah.
I think it's probably going to have to tune the carb a little bit.
Yeah.
I think it's running out of fuel with full throttle.
Yeah, could be. She feels pretty good though. Do that again. Yeah. She sounded good. Now it's time. Yeah, I got the cover off. Well, we just got back for a test drive. She's with the majority of the other Tercels on the property, and she's feeling pretty good. I won't lie, this is definitely a worthwhile upgrade, especially if you need an engine. Well, I don't know if I really got anything else to cover in this video, I guess. I mean, she's all set. We got her running pretty good. A little bit of hiccups, a little bit of issues here and there, but all in all, she's feeling pretty good. So, I guess that wraps it up for you today. Maybe this car will come back on the channel again sometime soon. I might be headed to Pennsylvania in the spring, hang out, do some adventures over in his area. So, anyway, really appreciate you guys watching. Catch you the next one. Adios.